Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to share with you my personal devotion, and I believe it's going to bless each and every one of you the same way that it has blessed me. It's about how Jesus fed the 5,000 people. Sometimes it's titled How Jesus Fed the Multitudes. I think mainly because certain scholars and commentators, they believe that if you add the number of children and women, the total number of people might go up to 20,000. But right now, we're just going to look at what the Lord did and what He's going to reveal to us today. So the interesting thing about this gospel is that it's not recorded only in one or two books of the gospel, but it's been recorded in all four accounts of the gospel. And today I'm looking at from Mark chapter 6 and John chapter 6. So what the Lord revealed to me today is He asked His disciples, Jesus, He asked His disciples, how many loaves of bread do you have? And before that He said, go and see. His disciples said, there's a lot of people. If we have to send them to buy bread, it's quite a remote place. It's quite a far place. And Jesus said, how much food do you have? How much food do you think they have with them? And if you look at John chapter 6, Andrew, the brother of Peter, he came with a boy who offered his 5 loaves and 2 fishes. We all know about these facts, these details. But what interests me today and what the Lord revealed to me today is that it's recorded that there are 5,000 people, a great multitude. But how come only one little boy offered his 5 loaves and 2 fishes? I mean, if we look at it practically, if that little boy had food with him, I'm sure there are other people, other families, they might have snacks with them, they might have food with them, maybe just 1 loaf or maybe half a loaf, whatever it is. But that little boy, he came and he told the disciple, and Andrew found him, and he offered his 5 loaves and 2 fishes. And Jesus gave thanks, and Jesus fed the multitudes. So what was stirred inside me today is that little boy's courage, that little boy's sincerity and purity to offer whatever he had to Jesus, where Jesus multiplied and fed 5,000 people or 20,000 people. You see, right now in this world today, we always complain it's impossible. Just like how Philip said to the Lord, it says, if you want to feed this much of people, I've got to work half a year just to feed this number of people. That is reality. We're not denying that. But what the Lord wanted to do, if you read Mark chapter 6 verse 38, He already had a plan. I like that. It says He already had a plan. He just wanted to test them. And this young boy, he offered his whatever he has in hand, and Jesus multiplied it. So today, are we gonna be like Philip, who's gonna look at the situation and be practical? I'm not saying it's bad to be practical. You have to be practical. You need to. You can't deny what exactly is happening. But also, are we going to be sincere, pure, and willing to offer whatever we have to Jesus? Because I'm sure that there are other people, other kids out there, other families out there who had their fair shares, but they didn't offer it to the disciple, they didn't offer it to Jesus. So right now, what the Lord spoke to me is, what do you have in your hand? How much do you have with you? Are you willing to offer it to me? If you're willing, I'm going to multiply it, and I'm going to use you and whatever you have to bless thousands of people. This brings me back to the Old Testament. In Exodus chapter 4, verses 2, we see the encounter of Moses and God in the form of the burning bush. And this is what the Lord said to Moses. What do you have in your hand? And Moses replied, a staff. The Lord said, throw it. And it became a snake. So today the Lord is asking me, Isaiah, what do you have in your hand? So it's up to me. Am I willing to offer what I have? Am I willing to be sincere and willing to say, Lord, I only have this much? Or are we going to say, like Philip, it's impossible. I have to work half a year to feed this much of people. But what the Lord desires today is, whatever you have in hand, offer it to Him. Whatever you are right now, whatever situation, whatever state you are, just offer it to Him. And He will use you to bless thousands of people. And I like this phrase that Catherine Coleman, she said to the Lord, she said to God, God, I have nothing. And she heard the Lord spoke to her. It says, give me your nothing and make me your everything. And from that moment on, she gave her life to the Lord, and through her, many people were blessed. So, of course, there were the ups and downs in the lives of Catherine Coleman. But what I want to point out here today is, the Lord is looking and seeking those who are willing to offer themselves to Him. And He will use you, He will use me, He will use whoever is willing to to offer themselves, and He's going to bless multitudes of people through us. So today, 2 questions for us. What do we have in hand? That's number 1. Number 2, are we willing to offer it to the Lord? If yes, you're willing to offer whatever you have, even if you have nothing, just offer, and He's going to bless you. He's going to bless many people through you. God bless and have a nice day.